Welcome to Germany. There's a big Russian plane, that's how you know we're in the east. And this is the plane we just came off, which is very orange. It's Friday, and we're in Berlin.
Welcome to another episode of Toby Stupid Vlog.
Here we are at Tempelhof, getting on. So this is the view from our room. This is looking across the across the courtyard, which you can get onto through the window door here. Some interesting old tiling, and then you come into the room. It's very nice. It is a proper bedsit with a bed and sofa and a little desk and a little kitchenette area, and the bathroom's through the door there. And then the front door, you have to go all the way down the corridor here and turn left. So here we are. This is a bit of the River Spree. It actually splits into lots of little bits. And we're going to cross, and then we are deep in the east. We're heading towards Alexanderplatz, which has the big communist TV tower in, and a Christmas market or two. And then we're going to walk down past the Berliner Dom and through Unter den Linden until we get to the Brandenburg Gate. And at some point we're going to find something to eat. It's also reasonably important. There is the one remaining old building on this road, sandwiched in between the most minimalist structures you've ever seen. And then this bridge, which looks very old. It's some sort of drawbridge. So here it is. I don't know whether it survived the war or whether they've reconstructed it, but essentially you can raise the drawbridge by turning these big ship's wheels inside. I don't know quite why you'd want to do that, or maybe to get a big boat through. So yeah, a big boat that couldn't get under that bridge or under that bridge and over the weir. But at some point it might have been a thing and you could do that. Check this out. We have sausages and meatballs and potatoes and sauerkraut. Crystal has about a quarter of a duck and some chips and lots of fajitory kind of extras. So here we are in the little old square very near Alexanderplatz with lots of traditional restaurants and a nice old church. We just had lunch in the Bolt. A picture of a chicken, but it does more than chicken. As you saw, I had multiple pig-related foods because that's what you do on the Sabbath, eat pigs. And now we're going to continue to the TV tower at Alexanderplatz and see what's going on there. It is light-ish still, barely, for another hour, half an hour maybe. Wait, so if you come around here you can actually see the TV tower quite clearly. In the Christmas market, Alexanderplatz. Steve, if you're watching, it's an owl especially for you. You can also see there's a crazy, carousel, giant wheelie thing. Lots of glühwein, lots of schmuck. The sun is setting, you can see the palace, new palace dome going up there. Berlin City Palace, as it will be, a sort of restoration of the palace that stood there before the communists knocked it down and built their parliament. There's some exciting buildings here. Some amazing palatial structures. This is Unter den Linden. Heading down at the very end, you might just be able to see Brandenburg Gate near where the sun is setting. FYI, that building with the big colonnades, that is a memorial to the victims of war and tyranny inside. There's a little statue with that. It's a hole in the roof actually, so the elements come in into the building, and there's some nice wreaths, very nicely lit. Huge big room with just a small statue. Very nicely done. So here's the Christmas tree next to the Hotel Adlon. You come round, you see the giant menorah, and then the Brandenburg Gate. Looking quite glorious. So we made it to the linen store where there's a lot of crowds galore. Focus. Can't focus on the sauerbraten and potato dumplings, and then we have steak and all sorts of things going on here. And a Christmas tree. It's looking very festive down there. It's looking very festive everywhere. This is where we've just had something to eat, had dinner. Very nice dinner, but so tired that it actually defies words. So we're just going to hop back on the U-Bahn and go back and collapse. Unfortunately we can't get a tram, which is a shame because they don't go all the way. But we'll find another excuse for a tram later on. Good morning. There's quite a cold breeze, you can probably hear it. I can feel it on my face. We are off down the road here, end of the street, to Checkpoint Charlie. Start the day there and then sort of wander around this kind of area a bit. Oh god, it's 21 kilometres to Wannsee. That's a long way. Also, I didn't realise it was left. Anyway, I suppose it kind of is left. Oh yeah, okay, get my bearings. Yeah, so we're going to start Checkpoint Charlie, as I said, and then we're going to wander along down to Potsdamer Platz. So here we are, just crossing over the line from the Russian sector to the American sector, along with the usual parade of fake soldiers taking photos and the original army checkpoint box and a Christmas tree and a good Russian. So here we are at some actual wall, one of the few long stretches that actually remains. It's been kept here as part of the museum of the topography of terror, which actually runs underneath. There's a few gaps and there's a few holes, obviously, that people have blasted and taken bits, and you know, when the wall came down people just scrabbled for little bits of wall. So we have come up the tower in Potsdamer Platz. You can see the Tiergarten there beyond the dome of the Potsdamer Cinema shopping complex. And you can see the German Railways quarters here. I'll take you a bit further. And down this way. You come up in a very, very fast lift. It does 24 floors in about 10 seconds. Another floor. Ah. And you can see the Toby Tower, Alexanderplatz, and the cathedral. And you can see the Jewish memorial here in the back of the Hotel Adlon. Now if you look that way, you're looking to the west, down the new development here. You can't quite see round to the sort of centre of was West Berlin, sort of Kurfürstendamm, that's a bit further around to the right here. And you can see where we were this morning, down that way. Past where the bit of the open space is where the bit of wall remains, and then you carry on down there and you get to Checkpoint Charlie. So we come back down to see this enormous tree in front of the casino, which is huge. There's the building we were up, right at the top there. Those lights obviously aren't in phase with the shutter speed, which is good, which is why they appear to be blinking. They're not. And there's obviously, as well as the golden arches, plenty of Christmas shenanigans here. Blue vines and verse. There's the blue vines. And here is the verse. So it had a bad verse. Around the corner, and now we're in a little chalet area drinking localised glue vines with everybody else. That's what we do for lunch. It's the only way to stay warm. So we've come down the road from Potsdamer Platz to the memorial for the dead Jews of Europe, which is quite a remarkable thing. It's lots of monoliths, which kind of have the appearance of sort of gravestones from a distance, although they're not deliberately intended to have that effect. And the ground is uneven and the stones are uneven, so the stones get higher, the ground gets lower, and you kind of disappear into it, which is kind of the point. It's very imposing and you can get lost very quickly. Although the advantage is at least it's laid out in a sort of grid structure. So, as you can see, they seem to get higher and higher. Everyone kind of wanders around here like rats in a maze, lost. Back at the Mall of Berlin, admiring this snowman, who's quite good. Here we are at Tempelhof, which was an airport for a very long time, including during the Berlin airlift, when Allied planes have to land here every few seconds just to bring enough food in to keep East Berlin going when the Russians are blockading it. But it stopped being an airport about 10 years ago, and it's now a park, an enormous park with no trees and 2 runways down the middle. It's very, very strange and very, very massive, and the actual airport bit itself is, well, it still looks like an airport. Yes. So, we've just been for a swim and a jacuzzi and a very hot sauna, with just a sort of afternoon break. And now we're heading out again to go to the cathedral, which we went past yesterday. And then we're going to go and get some dinner, hopefully. We have to go on a tram, so I'm quite excited about that. Look at this, schnitzel galore with egg and obviously a million potatoes and a gemischte salad. And then just like a bucket of pork with mushrooms and cream sauce and obviously chips, because there's nowhere near enough food otherwise. Here we are out in the burbs coming back from our meal. Just catching the tram, getting back to Alexanderplatz. And then we're going to get a train and go to the market. It's rather busy in here, despite the fact there's a €1 entrance fee, but this is the big Gendaren market.